This meeting is being recorded.
Okay. So greetings to the Foad, and we are from Group 6, and today we'll be doing our demo on the uh, Lab 3 program, and I'm going to present about the program 2, which is the calculate even and odd index or sum. So let's start debugging first. So after you can maybe input, you can see the result are equal to the expected results. 42 and 45. Yeah, I can see it's correct results. And then we got the error handling as well. Let's say we input a very big number. Oh, wait, it's not big enough. Yeah, we'll show invalid input. And yeah, you can see it's working fine. And let's start with the code explanation. So these few lines are the output message. And this specifically is for the user to try again. And then this hello is the array. So I initialize the D as a D word, and then the sys loop 0 means I initialize a sys D word space for the array. And for the count even, I initialize as 3 and the count as well. And then total even and total odd I says uninitialized values. And then let's start with the code segment. So we are going to move the message one into the EDX because the write string will automatically uh, detect the EDX offset and then display the string. So you display this one, display the message one, and then the CRF basically means inline functions. And then to start a loop, I'm going to move the 6 into ECS because I want to count loop as 6 times. And then I'm going to move the hello offset into ESI because I want to do the array manipulation through ESI. And then input loop, basically I will actually prompt the user to input the number for 6 times. So I'm going to move the message 2 into EDS. So this one is to prompt the user to input the integer. And then I call the write string again. And then I'm going to call the read deck. So we read the decimal. And then if it's a good, good input means it's not overflowing. So JNC means jump if no carry. So there's no overflowing. It will jump to the core code input, and then if it's a good input, I'll store the result from the ES into the ESI through indirect addressing. So the oh, so the ESI will actually is the hello offset, right? So you change the offset address of the hello, and I'll add the ESI by 4 each loop because it's a D word, right? So if I want to access to the next of array of the hello, which means hello 1, I'm going to plus 4 because D word is a 4 byte, right? And then else, if it's not a good input, means it's overflowing, we'll jump to this line, we'll call the prompt back, try again, and then call the write string. And then we're gonna jump back to this loop again, this loop. And then that's all for the after we input all the data, we're going to initialize this as 0 because I don't want any trash values before my calculations. And then I'm going to move the count even into ECS because I want to count how much is the total sum of the even index. And then I move the 0 into ES because my ES is going to be the accumulator in this case. So my ES need to be initialized as 0 at first. And then same thing, I move the ESI with the hello offset. So means it's a 0th index. And then I'm going to start the loop. And then each loop will decrement the ECS by 1. And then each loop I will add the ESI indirect addressing, which is the content of ESI address, with the ES into the ES. So I accrement the sum into ES, and then I'm going to add ESI by 8 each loop because I want to access the next index of the array of hello, because the next index will be the odd number, right? So the next index will be the even number. So it's a 2D word. So it's a 8 plus 8. And then I'm going to store the result after my loop is done. So I store the result in total even. And same goes with count all, except I'm going to set the offset. So I'm going to set the ESI with the offset hello plus 4 because I want to start at the first index. So after going through the loop, same goes, I store the result into total odd, and then I will move the message tree into the EDX. So message tree is this one. So I'll display it and then call the right string. And then and then I'm going to move message 4 into it as well, which is the sum even. So right string, call the right string to access the EDX, and then move the total even into ES. Because right there will automatically detect the ES. So I need to store at ES at first. So write that. So to write the total even, and then this one end line, and then this one is for the odd from, and then I'll call the right string again, and then I will store I will move the total odd into ES, and then I will call the right deck to display the ES content, and then line. So I think that's all from me. And yeah, let's try debug it again. Okay, so that's all from me for the program 2, and thank you very much.